There's a story I believe many of you will relate to, especially those who, in your 20s, made the bold decision to chase your dream and take your shot at something bigger. When I first stepped into that chapter of my life, there was only one thought in my head: hustle hard. I was working 2, even 3 jobs at once. I was convinced that if I worked harder than everyone else, put in more hours than anyone else, financial success would eventually come. I took pride in the calluses on my hands. In the sleepless nights, I saw them as medals for my hard work. But over the years, I faced a hard truth. Despite all my effort, my bank account didn't reflect it. I still stressed over bills, second-guessed big decisions, and felt stuck in the same hamster wheel. I had more money, but not more freedom. That's when I realized the problem wasn't that I wasn't working hard enough. The real problem was the operating system running in my mind. Today, I want to talk about what I call the financial operating system. Our brain works like a computer, and every money decision, from spending to investing, runs on this system. The problem? Most of us are using an outdated version, installed early by family, school, and culture built for safety, not freedom or wealth. In this video, you and I will diagnose the 3 most dangerous bugs in that outdated financial system and learn how to rewrite them. This isn't about get-rich-quick advice. It's about upgrading the foundation of your mindset so you can build real, sustainable wealth from within. Hidden programming. Why you're poor without even realizing it. Let's start by admitting a hard truth. The education system wasn't built to teach you how to get rich. It was built to produce obedient workers. It teaches you how to follow instructions, complete tasks, and become a perfectly functioning gear in a much larger machine. Our families, out of deep love and care, often prioritize our safety over our freedom. They want us to have a stable job with retirement benefits, not risk everything chasing some uncertain dream. In many traditional cultures, especially across Asia, money is often treated as a taboo topic. We're told things like, "Don't talk about money. Be content with what you have. Rich people always have problems." No one meant harm. But these well-meaning messages, repeated for decades, have installed 3 dangerous thought patterns in your brain, ones that silently limit your entire financial life. 3 thought traps that keep you stuck in scarcity. Trap 1. The employee equation. Time equals money. This is the core flaw of the old mindset. You were taught your value is measured by the hour. You trade 8 hours a day for a fixed paycheck, and the only way to earn more is to work longer or wait years for a raise. But this is a trap, because time is your most limited resource. You only get 24 hours a day. When you trade time for money, you're placing a hard ceiling on your income. You can't work 200 hours a week. You can't clone yourself. Wealthy people don't follow this equation. They don't sell time, they build or invest in assets. An asset is a system that creates value, whether you're working or not. An author spends 6 months writing a book. That book could generate income for 10 years. A programmer builds an app, and that app serves millions, even while they sleep. An investor buys a stock, and it works for them 24/7. They've escaped the time equals money trap. They're playing a completely different game. Trap 2. The hustle fallacy. Mistaking busyness for success. The hustle culture has romanticized exhaustion. We're praised for working late nights, replying to emails at midnight, sacrificing weekends. We've been taught that being busy equals being effective, that extreme effort leads to extraordinary success. But this is a dangerous lie. Working hard on the wrong thing is like digging a deep hole with a spoon. You may sweat, you may burn out, but you'll never outpace someone using an excavator. Successful people don't do more things, they do the right things. They understand the Pareto principle, the 80/20 rule. In any area, 20% of actions produce 80% of results. Instead of spreading themselves thin across 100 tasks, they identify 2-3 high-leverage moves and go all in. They don't ask, "How can I work harder?" They ask, "What's the one action that, if done well, will make everything else easier or irrelevant?" That's the difference between being the busiest person in the room and the most effective one. The world doesn't reward effort, it rewards results. Trap 3. The scarcity mode, the belief that money is limited and must be held tightly. This mindset is rooted in fear. It makes you see the world as a fixed pie, and if someone else gets a bigger slice, you're left with less. You see it everywhere. You're afraid to invest because what if you lose money? You hesitate to spend on a course to build skills because you see it as a cost, not an investment. You cling to a job you hate because the fear of uncertainty outweighs the desire for freedom. You bargain over pennies, yet never invest time in learning how to earn an extra $1,000 a month. Ironically, it's this fear that guarantees you stay stuck. It keeps you frozen while the world moves forward. It blinds you to the very opportunities that could change your life. Wealthy people don't see money as a pie. They see it as a flowing river. The more they use it to create value, the stronger it grows. Money isn't meant to sit still. It's a tool to build, invest, create impact, and buy back your time. In the right hands, money becomes a force for good. 3 updates to upgrade your money mindset. So, how do you remove these mental bugs and upgrade your financial operating system? It doesn't happen overnight. It starts with installing 3 new principles, one at a time. Update 1. From trading time to building assets. Stop thinking in hours. Start thinking in systems. Each week, ask yourself this question: what can I build this week, no matter how small, that continues to create value, even when I'm not there? It could be writing a blog post to share your expertise. It could be filming a tutorial video. It could be automating a simple process at work to save 2 hours per week. It could be spending 1 hour researching an ETF and starting to invest with just $50. Start laying the first bricks of your personal financial engine and ask yourself the hard question: if I stopped working for the next 3 months, would my income drop to zero? Your answer will show you exactly where to begin. Update 2. From extreme effort to leveraged efficiency. Every Monday morning, instead of diving headfirst into a long to-do list, pause and ask yourself, which 20% of these tasks will deliver 80% of the results I truly care about? Identify the 1 or 2 most important actions. Maybe it's a key sales call. Maybe it's completing a core part of your project. Maybe it's learning a high-value skill. Then protect your time for those tasks relentlessly. Do them first, when your energy is at its peak. Everything else can wait. Stop glorifying busyness. Start honoring effectiveness. Do less, but do it better. And do what matters. Update 3. From fearing money to mastering the money game. Your relationship with money doesn't have to be built on fear. Replace it with curiosity and a learning mindset. See money as a new game, a skill you can practice and eventually master. Each month, pick a personal finance book to read. During your commute, try listening to an investing podcast instead of the usual negative news. Study how financially free people think and learn how they make decisions. And remember, money isn't good or bad. It's simply a tool that amplifies who you already are. If you're generous, money helps you become even more generous. If you have a mission, money helps you fulfill it on a much larger scale. You don't need to do anything extreme. You don't need to wait for some perfect moment in the future. All you need is an upgrade in how you think about and act with money. Remember these 3 updates. From trading time to building assets. From working harder to working smarter with leverage. From avoiding money to mastering the money game. Don't change everything at once. Just pick one update and take one small, clear action today. Personal finance doesn't change with inspiration. It changes with consistent action. Your future isn't built on hope. It's built on systems. And that system starts now with your next decision. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks so much for watching.